No, it's not really that bad. Hey, Jake don't got a voice, man. These so-called illegals out here, man, they don't got a fucking voice, man. They can't say nothing. They can't retaliate. What are they gonna do, man? All right? I hear all the time about these different raids that they do. They bust up in Jake's house, man. They go to Jake's workplace. They go out to the fields, man, and they just round Jake up by the hundreds, bro. And then what? Take them off. How are they gonna find out? Man, especially when you separated me, put them in these different camps. How are they gonna find their family again, man? You got Jake's that's getting deported back to the border, killing themselves because they know they ain't never gonna see their family again, man. Tell me that's humane. Esau always wants to talk about humane, trying to be humane. Tell me that's humane, man.
Oh.
Hey, but all these things that you're doing is gonna come back upon your own head, man. You're gonna be recompensed for it.
That's right.
You ain't about to get away with shit, man. Regardless of what you think. You got more? What do you got?
This is Habakkuk 1 and 4.
Back to Jeremiah.
Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth.
Yeah, judgment don't never go forth, man. The law don't exist here. Esau makes up his own bullshit ass laws that he can't even follow himself. He makes up his laws and he can't even follow his own goddamn laws, man. The lawmakers can't follow their own fucking laws, man. All right, go ahead, read that again.
Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth.
So the law is slack, judgment never goes forth, man. Because Esau's a damn snake, man. He'll put you up in his court system and just fuck you a million times over, man. He'll put you up in that court system. He'll put you up in that system. You ain't never getting out of it, man. You're going to be owing money for the rest of your life. You're going to be in and out of the prisons, man. They're going to know who you are. They're going to constantly be coming back to you. Any little thing that happens, any minor infraction, they're putting an enhancement on you, want to throw your ass back in the lockup so they can keep on using you to make money, man. Read again.
God. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth.
Judgment doth never go forth. All these homosexuals walking around here. Is the Lord judging them? Or Salak, is Esau judging them? Esau is down with it, man. Because Esau's a homosexual, man. All this adultery that's going on in the world, man. Is Esau judging that? No. Alright, Esau's slack on everything that he does, man. He'll let something go on for years before he does something about it. After he's done milked it dry and the money starts getting slow, that's when Esau goes in and shuts it down, man. Esau don't give a fuck about judgment. Esau don't give a damn about the law. He don't care about upholding his own laws. His God is money, man. All he cares about is making money, man. He don't care about you. He don't care about me. He don't care about the land that he lives. He don't care about his own mom. He'll put his mom in a retirement home and forget all about her, and then take over her assets, take over her fund, get that inherit. Hey, Esau's the type of motherfucker that'll kill his mom if she got that insurance money.
Spirit, yep.
And that's what Esau is, like the brother said in San Francisco, he's a violent homosexual. All this devil knows is violence, man. He takes it by force, just like you read. The violent take it by force, man. If you got something Esau wants, man, he's gonna come. Best believe he's gonna come strapped, man. Because that's all he knows how to do. Why you think he got these cops out here suited up, man? They got a badge, they got a gun, they got the utility belt. Why? It's to intimidate you. It ain't because they're your friend. Maybe it's his friend. But it ain't because it's your friend, man. He got that gun to scare you.
Right.
And ultimately, he's got that gun to shoot you, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth, for the wicked doth it compass about the righteous.
For the wicked compass about the righteous, man. And you know how Jake is. Jake is into shit, man. So when Esau turned Jake into this damn animal that he is today, hey man, Jake ran with it, man. Jake all about that life, man. That's a saying in the hood, man. About being about that life. He's about it. Hey, Jake really about that shit, man. Jake's a straight up Edomite, man. Jake is like the ultimate prototype Edomite, man.
I got that.
Yeah, go ahead. Bring that out.
This is John chapter 8, verse 44. All right, the famous John 8 and 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
Yeah, that's talking about you Jakes, man. That's why you can't keep a community intact, man. That's why you walk through the hood, you might get shot. You might get robbed. You might get your woman snatched up. All types of wicked shit will happen to you in that trap, man. A lot of times it's one way in and one way out, man. And if you ain't from there, you probably ain't getting out. Hey, man, Jake done took shit to the maximum, man. Go ahead.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth.
Yeah, that's Esau, man. A murderer from the very beginning, man. From the very beginning. Even when he was the serpent, he told Eve, you will surely not die. He knew damn well that he was bringing death into the world, man. Esau's a murderer, man. It tells you if you love not your brother, you're a murderer. Hey, is Esau not Jacob's brother? Esau hates Jacob, man. So what? You a murderer, man. Go ahead.
Real quick, it's Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgot the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
Yeah, man. Get Isaiah 69. All right.
Is this Isaiah?
No, read that again.
This is Hosea chapter 4, okay, verse 6. All right, Slok. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
Now you get Psalm 50, stay on what you have. Yeah, because our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We just read St. John 8:44. The Jake is as their father the devil, man. Alright? And so one of the main characteristics of Esau is that he casts wisdom and instruction behind him, man. Alright, he don't want nothing to do with this Bible. This Bible does nothing but reprove and rebuke Esau, man. And so 2/3 of you Jakes are straight up Edomites, man. And it tells you that one of the curses that came was that from the Lord's face you would be hid. You wouldn't be able to see this knowledge and wisdom. You wouldn't be able to understand it, man. So you pretty much in the same block of cheese as Edomites are, man. Go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
And this is all spiritual, man. Because when John the Baptist was out in the wilderness and the scribes and the Pharisees came, he said, what have you, or who warned you to flee from the wrath that's to come, man? And he's telling Esau right here to the wicked, what have you to do to declare my statutes and my judgments, man? Hey, look, St. John 8:44, you are of your father the devil. Hey, these things, hey, look, this thing relates to Jake, man. They go hand in hand, all right? Because you pretty much disobedient children, all right? Which Esau is the ultimate bastard, man. Esau is the ultimate disobedient child. You pretty much children of the devil, man. You children of Esau, man. That's why you're gonna take that mark. That's why you're gonna take Esau's mark, man.
That's right.
You're gonna let him brand you with this brand, man. Hey, this thing goes deep, man. Go ahead.
Seeing thou hatest instruction, it casts my word behind thee.
2/3 of Israel, do they love instruction or do they hate it? Hey, man, they're the quickest to come up here and want to fight you, man. You seen that damn Satanist dude that came over? Yeah, he was ready to loke up, man. Even though he was a little bitch. Go ahead.
It says, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with them, and hast been partakers, or Slakia, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
Yeah, man. See, Esau hates you Jakes to the core, man, but you love Esau for some reason, man. Hey, look, man. Just like the little bastard child that gets mad at his daddy, that's what's going to happen. The Lord's going to make you angry at your father, the devil, man. That's why you're going to uprise against him. Because Esau's going to stop giving you those so-called pleasant things. He's going to stop giving you them gifts, man. And you're going to see that hey, Esau don't look at you like children, man. Esau fucking hates you, man. He said he's slanderous his own. Hey, look, you think Esau trying to help you out? This is the devil that put you in the ghettos in the first place. This is the devil that put you into slavery, pursued you with the sword, put all these bywords and proverbs on you, tears apart your families, shipping you off to other countries, man. All right, was selling you, was raping you, was murdering you, was stealing all your lands. This is that same dude, man. And not only that, but now he puts his ways upon you, and then like a hypocrite accuses you of doing evil, man. When you're pushing it on it, the wicked is pushing the ways of the wicked upon the righteous, and you want to accuse them, you want to slander them. Hey, man, but that's why the Lord's going to be justified in killing you, man. Keep going on that.
On that some?
Yeah. Because it goes there's a little bit more on. There's a little bit more to it.
What kind of shit y'all into?
This is verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept
Hey, don't touch
silence.
that. What's wrong with you, man?
What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Get out of here.
I just
You
wanted
don't
to
fuck
get
with
out
our
of my
shit.
way.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm done. Go back. Go back.
Lord gonna kill your black ass, man.
Run!
That's why he fucking took your leg from you. Now he's gonna take your life from you.
Run!
Keep playing with the Lord, all right?
You get by yourself.
Go on.
These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such a one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Yeah. So it said, and pretty much you're saying that Esau, because of all these things that's going on, Esau thinks that the Lord is with him, man. He's saying you thought I was such a one as you, man. You thinking the Lord's a hypocrite. The Lord is a liar. All right. The Lord is down with you. Hey, it tells you in the scripture. We went into it last week in Jeremiah 15:6. How it says they believe that they don't sin, or they believe that they're not doing anything wrong because Jake is in that sinful state. So because Jake is going off, they think they're justified in killing you, man. They think that the Lord is with him in doing these things, man. And that's why it's telling you. That's why the Lord is saying you thought I was such a one as you, man. But it said, what does it say?
It says, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such in one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Yeah, so he's gonna reprove you and set things in order before your eyes, man. So you're gonna see your downfall, you're gonna see your destruction, man. Alright, the Lord's gonna set the earth in order in front of you. He's gonna bring your kingdom down, man. Your so-called kingdom. Alright, he's gonna destroy it. He's gonna set up the kingdom of heaven, man. And you're gonna be set in order, which means you gotta go into slavery, man. That's part of the balance. That's part of the order, man. All right, because he said that he's gonna reprove you. Hey, he's gonna show you that you ain't shit, man. Hey, he's gonna show you. It tells you the Egyptians are men, man, and not gods. And the Lord's gonna show you that, man. All right, what did you have?
I got it real quick, Zechariah. This is Zechariah 11:4. Thus said the Lord, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell, they say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not.
Yeah, that's what these damn devils do, man. What is it? Read that again?
God. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell, they say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Yeah, man. So pretty much, man, Esau don't give a shit about you, man. Alright? They sold you into slavery, they kill you with the sword, they took your lands, they took your resources. Alright? They're holding you captive to this day, man. Alright, because they're your possessors, they hold you fast, they don't want to let you go, man. Alright? Esau don't want to let you go. He wants your ass here so that he could use you to keep being his slaves, man. And he holds himself guiltless, man. That's why when you talk to Esau, he always says, "Oh, you got to forget about that, man. That was years ago. That was a long time ago. We got to get over this, man. That was just a bump, and that's just a speed bump in the road. Now it's all about equality. Now it's all about bringing everybody together, man. That has a deeper meaning within itself. Because Esau wants a one-world government. There's a reason that he wants to bring everybody together. It's not for peace, man. He wants to bring everybody together. First of all, so that he could control you, man. All right? That's what depopulation is about, man. That's what the Georgia Guidestone's about. Decrease the Earth's population under 500 million, man, so that the population of the world could be more easily controlled. You know? And Esau knows that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming, man. That's why he wants the whole world to unite into one fighting force against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Real quick, get Obadiah. When it says, from thence will I bring thee down, and then go into Revelation 12 and 7. Because we're at that point when because Esau had put out his satellites and his different space stations out into space, and that's pretty much when the decline of America started. All right. That's when this whole American dream started to fade away. People slowly starting to wake up out of it, man. Go ahead.
God, to the point where it started 3. It's at right as.
Yeah, it started.
Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah. So the pride of your heart has deceived you, man. Your habitation is high because you're in the best of all places. That was part of your blessing. Part of your blessing was that you was going to dwell in the fatness of the land, man. See, the Lord gave you all of these blessings so that you can puff yourself up, man. The Lord allowed you to take down Jake, to pretty much take over this world, all right, to conquer all these different nations, all right, to put Jake into slavery and rule over them. To go and fight your wars, man. All these different military operations, these different wars that was fought. Guess who was on the front line, man? They put Jake out there on the front line, man. Because Edomites ain't gonna be able to win no damn war. These fucking Edomites ain't shit, man. Esau, you know what Esau does? Esau sits in the back of the computer room, flying drones and shit. That's what Esau does, man. Esau's a damn coward, man. That's why he got them satellites. That's why he got them missiles. They can drop bombs on people with pinpoint accuracy. They could literally locate you inside of a building, in a bunker, and they have things called bunker busters, where they drop that shit, blow you to smithereens, man. Why you think you're safe inside of a bunker?
Go ahead. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, and I'm going to start it. This is 29. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabiting.
Yeah. Read that one more time. Bring it back.
God. I'm going to start at 28 then. Okay. This is Jeremiah 51 and 28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof.
Oh, there we go. When you're talking about the kings of the Medes, man. The Medes came from a northern country. All right, they was above Babylon. actually the land of Gog and Magog. Now that was the land of the Medes, and that was where Russia is today. And that's why it said to prophesy against the land. All right, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is so perfect. He set up these scriptures to where they could be used to this day, man. Like Russia, their symbol is a bear. When you go into the vision of Daniel, it talks about a bear, man. And was it the second kingdom?
Yeah, that was the Persian.
That was talking about the Persians and the Medes, man. The Medo-Persian Empire. And Russia, which is the Medes is talking about the Russians, their symbol just happens to be a bear, man. Hey, that's spiritual. Just like America's symbol is the eagle, man. Alright, so the Medes is talking about the Russians. And they're gonna assemble that same USSR, man, that they had back in the 20s, 30s, 40s. Yeah. Alright, because Turkey's gonna be with them. All these different Baltic countries is gonna be with them. Alright? So they're gonna bring back those kings and they're gonna join forces together again like they did back during the time of the Cold War. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon.
Yeah, every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon. Alright, this place isn't just going to be hit with nuclear missiles. There's going to be a lot of other things that's going to happen prior to that, man. Alright? And you see all these other nations gathering together against America because at one point, America was the big guy on the block, man. But the rest of these nations are starting to turn towards Russia, man. They're starting to do more deals with Russia. Alright, the Middle East is starting to lean towards Russia. You have Syria and Iran, which are allies with them. Alright? And you see these different European countries that are sympathizing with the Iranians and the Syrians, man. Okay, you got China that's with them. So pretty much all these other nations are going to gather against America because everybody's realizing that America is nothing but a hateful, warmongering ass country. They don't want no kind of peace, man. America wants total domination. Alright? Go ahead.
To make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight.
Yeah, man, they're going to forbear to fight. They ain't going to want to fight in this war, man. Most of the people in this country are not fit for battle.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm one of them. Look at me, I'm a fat fuck, man. I ain't in good shape. I can't go to war. What the hell? I ain't gonna be no good out in the World War III, man. But they're gonna draft a lot of these fat, sick Americans out there to the Middle East to fight a war that they ain't gonna be able to fight, man. These people ain't gonna have the training that they need. They ain't gonna be mentally prepared for what they're gonna see out there, man. Alright? And the mighty men that's gonna go out there, look at their fucking mighty men. A lot of them is homosexuals, man. A lot of them is trannies going in and out of the military, man. You telling me that this military is fit to fight a world war? I don't think so, man. And you're gonna go out there to the Middle East and you're gonna fight a country of people that have been fighting wars for hundreds of years, man. All they know is funk, man. Go ahead.
They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end.
Yeah, man. Hey, this country is gonna be overran, man. All right, these UN troops are gonna come up in here. All right, that's part of Jacob's trouble, man. Because they're not just gonna launch nukes out here. There's gonna be soldiers running up and down this place, man. They're gonna have the UN soldiers running all through this place, man, killing Jakes, man. All right, and like I said, man, you're gonna have the messenger from one post to the other, say that Babylon is taken on every side, man. There ain't gonna be no hope for America. All right, and you're gonna be, hey, this shit's gonna be televised, man. This thing's gonna be broadcasted from one end of the earth to the other for sure. All right. How you think these other nations are gonna be weeping and mourning when Babylon's destruction comes? They're gonna be all up on the news, watching America get burned, man. Watching America get melted into nothing, man. More.
I got Jeremiah.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Jacob Choke.
Big Jacob Choke. Then we go back into Jeremiah 6.
Well, I'm just continuing.
Okay.
And that the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war are affrighted.
Yeah, it tells you that these mighty men are gonna be as women, man. They're gonna forbear and fight. All right, because there's a thing in war they call it morale. So if you go out to battle, you say you got like a squad, which you got like 50 men with you. All right, you go into battle, and then 40 of those 50 get fucking decimated in an instant. That drops morale to nothing. Now you just got dudes running for their lives, man. Every man for themselves type shit, man. And that's how it's gonna be World War III, man. All right. You saw things that this military could end a war like that. You saw things this military is capable of just stopping any force, man. But that's not so. All right. This place, hey man, this military is gonna get shut down real fast, man. All right, they got military bases in all these different countries. All right. Napoleon, a lot of different Napoleon. What's his name? Hitler. Okay, they all strung their fucking military out. The Romans, they strung their military out to the four corners of the earth. And that's the same thing. That's the same thing that America does. So America's got a scattered military throughout all these countries, man. So when these countries turn against them, they're gonna destroy these different bases, man. All right, and bases are pretty much like command centers. That's where they have their intelligence at. That's where their eyes and their ears are, man. So if you ever been into a fight, somebody pokes your ears out and pokes your eyes out and smacks your ears so you can't hear nothing, you pretty much fucked, man. You can't fight back. How you gonna fight back if you can't see your enemy, man? That's one of the greatest advantages that Esau has, is that satellite communication that they got, man. And they're different telecommunications that they use to coordinate attacks and shit, man. But when all their allies are taken from and all that communication is done away with, they're not gonna be able to see, man. They're gonna be fighting blind. They're gonna be like chickens with their heads cut off, running around in the Middle East just getting slaughtered, man. All right, you up?
Gonna get 9-1 in 4? Yeah, God. Yeah, that's beautiful what the brother was saying, because here it is. The whole term bug out, came from the Korean War, all right? And from the Vietnam War. And why was that term used in the military? That's because these fucking 1950s, you know, those rock and roll kids, you know, Jake Van de Mel's Diner, you know, right? That rock and roll era, you know, the 50s, 60s. Those are the people who went to go fight in Vietnam, man. Those good old boys, man. They lived their whole lives in the suburbs, going to eat at Mel's and shit, and now they're gonna go fight gooks. So like well, the diners, right? So here, these are American children who were born and raised with American diners, you know. And then now they're gonna go over there and fight a gook, all right? Who's been fighting with nothing but fucking jungle guerrilla warfare his whole life since he was a kid. You know, hey, there's no way hell these Americans nowadays, especially now, who they don't even leave the house. They're gonna go fight against fucking some Ishmaelis who, you know, all they know is fucking Allah, you know.
Yeah. These people's training is fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah, and that's why he's beautiful through the spirit. You saw how like that whole video game shit came out of nowhere. You know, everybody's just started playing Call of Duty all of a sudden. You know, and that was them showing their masculinity. You know, playing Call of Duty. You know, but yeah, man, these Americans through, man. I mean, what you gonna do against Spetna, man? Spirit.
They most want to win.
Yeah, just started.
There's Obadiah. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee.
Right, exactly. So the pride of thy heart, Esau. All right, because here it is, man. We're talking about the satellites, right? We're talking about you know, your robots. All right. Hey, to spirit, you know, I went to Panera this week, man. Fucking had a little kiosk. That shit tripped me out.